Hey guys, hello everyone. Good evening to all. I welcome you all to the day one of Canva Bootcamp. Guys, am I audible and visible clearly? Just let me know in the chat, please, real quickly. May I get your confirmation in the chat, please? Hello, movie Adda. Hello, Ananda. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing anyone's name. Certificate मिलेगा ना मैम? Yes, certificate मिलेगा. Certificate will be live on the day 5 of this boot camp. So when this program ends, you will get the gendered certification option right beside, on the same attendance page. Visible? Am I audible also clearly? All clear? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for the confirmation, and thank you for responding. So guys, without wasting time, we will go ahead. Let me share my screen and we'll explain you about the attendance part. If you guys have any queries, anything, you can put it in the chat. I'm here, the team is here, and the trainer is here to clear your doubt. And so, hope my screen is also visible to you all. So here in the description box, here you can see the attendance link. We call it as one link. You can find for certificate registration, attendance, assignment, for everything. You just have to come to this link, and here is the attendance page. Beside the day one introduction, you can see mark attendance toggle. Click on this toggle. Here is a rating scale on a 0 to 10. If you have any, if you can rate it according to yourself how much you like the session. I will give 10 on 10. And here is a feedback toggle. So here you can put your feedback, like be it positive, negative. Our team is here. We are here to improve it, and we will appreciate your feedback. So you, for now, I will give nothing and submit my attendance. After submitting the attendance, just have to reload the page so that the progress bar will increase after marking the attendance. You guys also make sure to reload your page once so that your progress bar will increase. It will increase 20% each day as you mark your attendance. And on the day 5, you will get to see gendered certification option right beside this progress bar. And this is the Discord and WhatsApp channel link. You can join us there to get regular updates, daily invites, reminders, internship opportunity, things and everything you will get there. And we are running a Postman API challenge. So here you can go to this website page and enroll for the course and complete the challenge. And this is the ambassador program. It is a student ambassador program. Basically, it's for 1 month. It's a free of cost, no charge, nothing for it. Just you will get incentives for participating swags and attend. You can attend workshops, meet industry leaders, and many more things are there. Just apply for this program. And going ahead, here is the documentation link where we have stored everything for you people, like dog link, enrollment link. And from the enrollment link also you can mark your attendance, and these are the session links. These are the notes that we have prepared for you people. If you can save it and use it for your future reference. You won't be able to download the certificate, but download this PDF. But yeah, you can save the link and refer it in your future. And anything else, guys, if you have any queries, anything you want to clear it, you can ask us in the chat, and we are here to help you out. Attendance कैसे लगेगा? Just now I showed you. Please rewind the video and get to know how to mark your attendance. And if you are confusing that, then in the dog itself there is a step-by-step process to mark your attendance. You can go through it and mark your attendance. Forgot your password, so go to the LU profile, and there you have the option to forgot password. You can regenerate your password. सो अटेंडेंस कैसे लगेगा गाइस, मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बताया. सो आपको अगर आप रिवाइंड कर सकते हो वीडियो, और एज डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक है अटेंडेंस लिंक, वो आप वहाँ से आप मार्क कर सकते हो. स्पीकिंग हिंदी विल, हम दोनों लैंग्वेज में बात करेंगे. विल बी bilingual. So people here are from south, north, everywhere, so we can't just go with one language, so don't worry about that. And I think we are good to go, and there are no doubts in the chat. So I'll call the trainer now. That is Twinkle ma'am. Hope you all are aware of her, and she's most of them's favorite trainer. So hi ma'am, good evening.
Hi,
Hello.
Anam. Good evening. Thank you so much
Hi,
for
ma'am.
having me.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good, ma'am. So, without wasting time, it's already 7:37. So, I think you should go ahead, and I will hand over the session to you. You can give them a just brief about what are we going to learn in this 5 days of bootcamp, what are we going to build, and everything, and you can then start the session. So, I'll take a lead now. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Canva Bootcamp. Uh, I hope everybody is ready to dive deep into what Canva is, its applications, how you can leverage it to become a better designer, how Canva can actually help you land a career in the field of designing. And even if you are not dedicatedly into designing, it does not really matter. I think everybody should have some hands on knowledge about designing tools so that they're not dependent on any other stakeholder, or there is no blocker when it comes to wrapping up the work or just a quick delivery, or even if you are creating a very casual social media post or a business card for a friend or a flyer for your mom's business. I mean, the applications are just endless, and Canva has something for everybody. So, just to quickly check, can you please drop comments in the fire chat and let me know how many of you have used Canva before? Guys, please be active in the chat. It will be really helpful. How many of you have used Canva before, and for what purposes have you used Canva? YouTube thumbnail. Okay, great. I'm familiar with basic to intermediate functions of Canva. Okay. Graphic designing in college. Okay. Resume, poster. Okay, great. Poster making, thumbnail, editing pictures, logo designing, social media posts, banner design, business card, Insta reel, college presentation, right? Okay, so as everybody can see, there are just so many applications that all of us have used Canva for multiple purposes. Somebody has created or edited a reel over there. Somebody has worked on Canva for a YouTube thumbnail. Others have created a logo, and I can just kind of understand from the chat itself that Canva is one of the most versatile design tool that there is available, for everybody. And the best part is that it is free. I mean, I think what 80 70 80% of the features are free. So I think it is a pretty good bargain. And we will also dive into what the pro feature of Canva entails, what offerings does it have. But right now, to give you a quick brief of what we're going to learn in Canva Bootcamp for these 5 days is how to create a basic design, how to navigate through all the features that Canva has to offer. For example, I believe that a lot of you have trouble navigating through the clipping mask, right? So I think that is something that we can tackle, and we can discuss how to go about it. And it would be great if you people are working on a project with me. Whenever I start designing any particular creative or a reel or something, it would be great that you guys are implementing what you are learning in each of these sessions. For example, if today we're going to take a walkthrough of how to create an account on Canva, how to use all the features, all the top panel buttons that there are, how to navigate through or create a project, how to select a template. So I think it would be great if you guys pick up a theme of your own, or a business use case. For example, if I am going to create template for a cloud kitchen. So maybe you can just pick up something different from that. For example, a college fest brochure or a flyer, and whatever you're learning in the session, it is very important for you to use that information and create something on your own, because that is what will actually give you hands-on experience. That is how you will actually learn if there is something that you are missing out on or something you need clarity on, and we can work around that. So I'm just going to quickly go through the comments. If you have any questions, I think Anam had already shared the curriculum with you, what we are going to cover in the next 5 days. So if you guys have any queries, any doubts, please feel free to drop your comments. And okay, I think we can get started. Let me just present my screen. Okay, so I went to the Canva site, and I signed up through my account, my email ID, and this is the landing page that I am on right now. Okay, so as we discussed in the chat, that there are so many applications for Canva. So as you can see over here, you can create documentations, you can do whiteboarding, presentations, social media, videos, print products, and of course, there are so many options that we can select from over here. And basically, this is what Canva is kind of like a ready to go tool. Not like what we have with Adobe Suite, although those products are heavily built and right for the job. But for a quick turnaround time, it is ideal that we use Canva or have hands-on knowledge about Canva. For example, this is the dashboard, what we get after we sign up. So I have my navigation over here, the side nav, I have my top nav, I have my actionables right in front of me, and of course the shortcuts and the recent designs that I have worked on. So for starters, we go for design spotlight. So what it does is it kind of gives you shortcuts for all the type of designs that you might want to create. Agar photo edit karna hai, you can do it from here. Background removing. If you want to create a calendar or design a calendar, if you want to create flyers or stickers or anything that you want to work on, this is mainly for the business perspective. If you want something, if you want a design that is specifically created for a template that is specifically created for real estate or startups or creative agencies or something, for education, this is, I think, maybe not so relevant to you. Pricing and plans, I think most of the features in Canva are free. Some AI related tools that they have added, or maybe a background remover, some few features like this are in the pro plan. But there are, of course, ways to get around it. For example, if you don't want to use the free plan, you can just go to any background remover site and remove the background from there. But Canva offers a lot more than that, but we will get into that once we start creating a design. So, okay, this was the top nav. Then we have the desktop app that you can download from here. You have the settings, notification panel, a shortcut to start creating a design. Now, this fancy gradient blue purple panel, I just love the gradient that they've selected. They have rebranded themselves into a very, new age product, which is very good. Even the font that they've selected is quite good. So, okay, in this panel, you can create something of a custom size. For example, we all know that the creatives that we use for Instagram, the standard size is 1000 by 1000 pixels, right? You can, of course, change the units if you are working with something that is other than digital media. For example, if I want to create uh, wait, I think in inches. If I want to create an A4 size paper or design something around it, maybe a letterhead or something. I think it is close to 8 by 11 inches. So that is something that you can navigate from here. And if I want to upload something and then build on it, for example, maybe I have a background image of hills, and I want to kind of create, some sort of text around it. So that is what I can do from here. And of course, I can always search for something, any sort of thing that I want to kind of help me get started on the process. For example, we talked about Cloud Kitchen. So I'm not sure if I want to create a reel, if I want to create a static post. I'm not really sure right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly search for it. It is going to tell me that this is what I have in the history. This is what I had browsed at some point in time. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just, for Canva template, it has 16,000 results. Just going to click on see all. And from here, I want to select video, that this is what I want a mobile video from the filters. And for Cloud Kitchen, it is going to give me so many options now. So through this list, you can kind of see that it is giving me an option to start creating a blank mobile video, or I can just build on top of this. Maybe I want to use this template, and in the background I can either put on my own video, or I can just customize the text also. That is also fine. But then again, I don't need to work on the minimalistic details like adding this kind of cute curvy border. I don't need to add any sort of transition into the slides or this text that I have right now. So this is one of the biggest benefits of Canva, that it has ready to use templates, and so many of them in such massive variety. For example, if we just see in this section, it has so many options in everything. I just looked up Cloud Kitchen and it is giving me so many options. There are proposals for Cloud Kitchen. There, for example, in terms of education, there is grading subjects, just print material. The options are endless, and it is up to me to kind of leverage all of this information and use it to my advantage. I hope everybody has been able to catch up with this. You are able to understand what we are going through. I'm just going to quickly head over to the chat section, and you guys can let me know. Does anybody have any questions around this? Uh, okay, great. I think everybody is clear on what Canva can do. All right. So this was the panel that we just looked into, the search panel, the shortcuts of sorts. And for example, if I want to create some sort of document, uh, so one of the other good things about Canva is that whatever I select, for example, if I have selected a document, the file that it is showing me is already in the size of a document. I don't need to resize it. I don't need to worry about the changes over here. Uh, this is already in the most ideal dimension that it could be. And if I have any doubt regarding this, I can just always look up Instagram post, and it is going to tell you the dimension. Do you want it in the portrait mode or in the square mode? So that is I can kind of double check as well if I have any doubts, but in most of the times it is very accurate. For example, for social media, if we go, it has many options. If you want to create some post or story or status that you might want to create. So okay. Can you guys tell me what sort of uh, jobs can you get as a designer? I mean, we understand that, designing is a massive field in itself. But what sort of jobs are there? What sort of work can a designer do? I'm going to head to the comment section to get some answers. Social media marketing post, yes. UI engineering, yes. Graphic design, editing, yeah, yeah. How to resize the page which are selected. You can't actually resize the frame that you have created in Canva. What you can do is just copy all of the work that you've done on top of it and go to the home page, create a design or the custom shape, and then you can add your own shape or dimensions and then create something on it. Thumbnails, animator, logo making, yeah. So basically, there are some overall categories. For example, you can be into brand identity. You can be a graphic designer. You can be a UI designer, UX designer. You can be a strictly web designer. You can be into motion graphics or video editing, or you can actually, Canva can help you in designing, sorry, photography, and then fine tuning your work. So yeah, as a freelancer, movie poster designing, I mean, that is like, another massive gig, because the amount of OTT content that we have, this is just opening up so many potential job applications for you. uh, okay, great, great. I think everybody is keeping up with the what the job scope could be for a designer, which is great. I think it is always important to know what your options are. Uh, okay, I think this is a good start. What we can do is look into some themes and see how we can work around it. For example, I'm going to just click on an Instagram post, and maybe I can just, okay, I think I go to see all, and this time I'm going to select maybe just a post and not a reel or something. I think it is still showing me uh, some reels. Okay, maybe because I was in that section. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a design. Instagram post 1080 by 1080. Okay, so as you can see, this is the uh, page where the magic happens, where the actual work happens. This was my home page, and from here I could either click on any of the templates that I see, or I could just create a custom size or start creating a design of my own. But this is the main workspace. Sorry, I think I need to share the tab. Uh, just a second. I'm just going to reshare my screen. Okay, I hope it is visible to everybody. Guys, please confirm if my screen is visible to all of you. Yeah. Okay. Great. So right, this is the workspace. I can, reach the space either by clicking on custom size, create a design, or searching for it, or through the template shortcuts. This is where the actual work happens. This is my artboard. This white blank space is my artboard. Let's go from the top. I have my basic navigation. I have shortcuts to go back, undo or redo. This icon is showing me that all of the work that I'm doing is being saved on the cloud in real time. I can rename my post IG post, not story. Okay, this is showing me how many people or who is active on this file, because multiple people can be are able to work on the file simultaneously, I can see the insights, I can share the file, I can export it, download it, or I can add people as collaborators over here. Now, going to the left panel, for the design element, for the design feature that we have, wherever in Canva where you see these two stars, that is where Canva is using AI to give you better results. For example, I need to create a post around cloud kitchen. So it is going to give me suggestions around cloud kitchen. These are the type of posts I can use to promote the design that I am trying to create. Okay. And then there are some features which have a crown next to them. That is a pro feature. For example, resizing. So resizing is something very fun. So let's just say that this is a square shape, and this is the post that I had created for Instagram. Now I click on resize, and I want it to be shaped as maybe Instagram story. So I'm going to select Instagram story, and I am going to click on continue, and you can see that it has reshaped my design. Now it is opening up in a new section. So whatever I create over here, I don't need to actually manually put this button itna upar jaake. I don't need to kind of like, fix this over and over again. I can just directly click on resize, and it will resize all of the content through this. But we can use this feature later on as well, once we have more content on our design, and once we have better clarity on how to do it. So basically, this is what design feature does. It gives you options for templates and styles. So styles is something that we will work on once we've reached the brand section. Second is elements. So elements is one of my favorite features in Canva. Right now, because we are working on designing a social media post for Cloud Kitchen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly search for dark texture background, and it is going to give me a list of all these things. It has graphics, it has photographs, it has videos, shapes, audios, frames, mock-ups. It has literally everything that usually takes us hours and hours to actually get the results. But Canva's repository, its library basically, is quite strong, and this is what makes it this is basically another reason for it to be such a good tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fit this image over here. So right now what I've done is I've just searched for this, and whatever image that comes in front of me, because I have a pro account, I can use all of these images. But then again, there are options for non-pro users also, or you can always upload your own image or any asset that you want. It is not a mandate that you have to use these particular images or graphics. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking on this file, and it gets added to my artboard. What I can also do is drag and drop it here. That is also applicable. So what I've done right now is I have added this background, and I'm going to right click and lock this layer, because I'm okay with the background that I've selected, and I don't want it to move or kind of create my design process a little longer. So this is done. I have added a background. Now what I need to do is I need to add a food logo. I'm just going to quickly head to the comment section. Does anybody have any questions about this? Can we make effective YouTube videos and shorts? Yeah, of course. We will dedicate one day in which we will discuss videos and how to go about using them. I see a lot of comments around attendance. Our team is working to resolve these issues. Uh, Yes, resizing is a Canva Pro feature. I had mentioned it. It is not a every feature that Canva has marked as Pro. They have a solution for it. They have some sort of a shortcut. Uh, sorry, not shortcut. The resize feature, for example, is a shortcut for the actual process, which is selecting a new artboard and then placing all of the elements manually. So they have kind of just given us a shortcut that we can do it for you, and which makes sense. They are making our lives easier. But if you're not comfortable paying, that is completely fine, and you can just do that manually. So that is not a problem. And similarly, a lot many features are marked as pro, but I think 70% of the repository that Canva has is free. So we can work around that. Okay, so right now I searched for food logo and I went into graphics tab. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly select a logo from here, healthy food. I think this logo looks good, and this bright color looks good on our dark background as well. And okay, I think this looks good. What I'm going to do is I am going to now search for a food dish, maybe on a plate or something, and I'm going to move to photos because I would want uh, something like a real image this time. Okay, I'm kind of glad I got this background removed image, but in order to give you guys a reference of what a backgroundless image or what the process of removing the background is, I'm going to select this image. This was a free image, and I think this kind of works out great because I can kind of fit this image like this. All I need to do is get rid of this black background over here. For me to be able to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this image by tapping on it. You can see that there are purple guidelines to tell me which layer is active. Similarly, if I selected the logo, the same thing happens to it. So I'm going to select this image, go to edit image. So I have a couple of options. I have my background remover. Again, all of these, except for Magic Edit, all of these five options are pro. So you can always, download this image and go to a different site which lets you remove the background manually. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try and see what the background remover removes, because I did not want to remove the table. So, okay, I undo, go to Magic Eraser, I increase the brush size, and I just need to highlight the area that I want removed from this particular image. So, I'm going to just very carefully uh, remove all of this. It is okay to kind of make a little mistakes, have some overlapping. That is fine. This is just a trial basis work. We can of course fine tune it later on. For me personally, I use a Vacom tab that kind of helps me, design easier. It has a pen which kind of gives me the old school feel. So, okay, for Magic Eraser, I think this should be good. Okay, it hasn't quite erased the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the background remover this time. Uh, okay, so some of the features, example, especially Magic Eraser, is not quite there, uh, so that you could completely rely on it. but at the same time it is it does make our lives a little bit easier, so we stick with it. But okay, I think this is a good starting point. We have a photo of a dish, and we have our design. So what more information would you guys want to add in a cloud kitchen? Can you guys give me a reference while I look for a better image? uh, we can just kind of go through all of this as we are working on our first creative. So I would want you guys to tell me, as a client, what, or as maybe a customer or a user, what type of information would you want to see in a cloud kitchen's post. So please drop your comments. I think this is another good picture. Maybe we can just, guys, please stay active in the chat. It is ideal for us to kind of be on the same page. Okay. I think this side was better. Okay, I'm going to head to the comment section now. What information? Add a tagline. Okay. Contact details. Menu. Minimum price of an item. Great. A catchy heading. Timing. Some healthy food like idli. Okay. Okay, I'll slow myself down as well. Anyway, to get a pro version for less price or free. No, there is no cracked version of Canva. The pro version is for 500 rupees per month, and I think they have some 12 or 13% discount on a yearly plan. But yeah, I think that is background isn't good. Yeah, it's okay. We are just trying to kind of compose, design to understand how to create a post, how to use all of this, all of these features. We're not focusing on creating the most amazing creative for social media right now. So we used a logo, we used an image, we kind of saw what the Magic Studio has to offer. We can also go on adjust, we can adjust the temperature of the image. As you can see that there are some changes happening on the image itself. If I move the temperature more towards the cooler side, which is the blue tone, so that is what is reflecting on the side image. And if I move it a little to the warmer tone, which is red orange, you can see the changes. I would want to reduce the brightness a little bit because I can feel that it is taking away too much of my focus. And increasing the contrast is making the food darker, so maybe that is not the best approach right here, because I would want the food to be I would want it to look more pleasing, more tempting to the user. For the whites, I would want the whites to be highlighted. For the curd or the dahi part in this, I would want the blacks to be minimal, but I think this is good enough. uh, okay, I think we have adjusted the image enough, and what we can do is we can just kind of put it on the side. So while I have any particular asset selected, you can see that the functions on the top navigations change. I can edit the image, I can crop it from here. There are multiple effects that I can use. I can also flip the image. So basically, I can flip it horizontally or vertically, and it does give me, some shortcuts. Like I can add this to a folder, or I can search for more templates like this. I can start this image. I can add some keywords to this. If I want to, I can add border to this, or I can add some rounded corners to the image. For example, if you can see, if I change the color of the border, you can see that the because of the feature that I had selected, which is corner rounding. So I'm just going to take it back to 0, and I'm going to remove the border right now. For if not a video or maybe for a presentation, we can add a couple of animations or transitions. We can add it to any particular asset, or we can add it to the whole page. Maybe we can cover all of this once we move to the video section or a presentation section. I can reduce the transparency from here. I can copy the formatting if it is, if I have added any particular text over here. And if I want to use the same for another one, so I can just use this paintbrush roller, actually, paint roller. And if I want to lock any particular layer, I can do it from here. Also, there are a couple of features that appear when I click on the right click. I can copy this image, copy style, paste, duplicate, delete. So guys, it becomes very easy, and saves us a lot of time if we learn these shortcuts. For example, control, because I'm using Mac, you can see that the symbol is command, but for Windows it is control C, and this is control shift C. You have delete button for delete. I can select multiple assets at the same time. So for people who have not used any designing tool before, there is something called layers that is a very common term in all the designing tools that we are using, be it Photoshop, be it Figma, or Canva. So what are layers? Layers are basically, again, as they sound like it, they are layers. The very base is my artboard. On top of that, I put an image which I have logged. And then, so basically, layers are the hierarchy जिसके ऊपर I am building my product on, I am building my design on. So whatever order I am putting my assets on, layers में उसी तरह से दिखेगा. The most recent asset or image that I added was this food ka image. So hence this is on top over here. But, and as you can see, if I move this logo, I move it over the image, it is going to go under the food image, because the logo in my layer panel is under the food image. What I can do is I can always drag and drop it on top of it, and you can see that the image of the logo, which is healthy food, is now on top of my food image. So this is how layers work. I hope this is clear. And I can, of course, go to the layer section by right clicking. Just a second. Yes, layers, show layers, or I can move any particular layer, send backwards, send to back. Send to back means sending it all the way to back, which is even behind this black background that I have. Or similarly, bring to front is bringing it all the way to the front. Bring forward or send backward is one step further or one step back. Show layers, again, this is, I think the shortcut for this is alt 1. And then apart from this, we have show timing. This is for videos and presentations. Comments, now comments is another feature that is pretty neat of Canva to do, which is very important when we are multiple designers working on one design. For example, I am the designer and I'm trying to create a post for Cloud Kitchen, and my manager is on the same file, so that they can kind of see in real time what I'm doing, and they can just, whenever I'm hovering on this particular artboard, you can see that there is a chat icon with a plus on it, so they can just kind of click here and add their comment over here. So this is a very easy way to collaborate with multiple people and working together to save time. Then we can add some links if I want the user to be redirected to some other link or website or any ad or just anywhere across the web, I can just add a link to this particular image. If the user clicks on it, it can be redirected to that. It is mostly used in PDFs and presentations because if I am exporting this image uh, in the form of a JPEG or PNG, the image will not be clickable then. So there are some restrictions as to that, but then again, we can get into that later on. Okay, so this is designing and elements. Now move on to the text functionality that it has. So what it does is it gives you something called a brand kit, which is our next feature. But it also has a lot of cool combinations for me to work with. For example, uh, this is a predefined combination that Canva has created for me. यहाँ पे इन्होंने what they've done is they've grouped two type of fonts. As you can see, if I select the art or font, it is Sloop Script Pro. And similarly, if I select not, this is MIGRA. This is the font that they have grouped, and I quite like it. This looks like a pretty good combination. And maybe I would want to, use a catchy line for this. Uh, One stop shop for home cooked meals. Maybe this can be my messaging, and I can just reduce the size. So ideally, when I had just selected it, what was happening was that these two layers, these two input fields were grouped. I clicked on it and it told me that these two are grouped. What I can do is I can ungroup. I clicked on ungroup. These are now two individual layers. I can also check the layer panel. I can see that there are two layers. I can move any of the assets by just dragging and dropping them anywhere. And as you can see, when I have selected an input field, a text field, the options that I have on the top navigation change a little bit. I can select different sort of fonts from the options from the repository of Canva. I can just select anything. I can increase or decrease the text size. I can always upload a font. If there is a font that I need or the brand that I'm working for needs and वो Canva में नहीं है, in that case you can always upload a font. I can change the size of the font. I can change the color of the font. I can, if the font which I have selected, which is right now Jonathan, if Jonathan is available in bold, I can always go for that. I'm just trying to look for a font which is bold so I can, yeah. So this font is available in bold. I can click or unclick and the changes will be reflected over here. It is similar for italics or underline or strike through. I can capitalize it or I can keep it in sentence case. The alignment for it, left, center, or right, justified, all of this is available here. I can add bullets. I can increase the letter spacing. As you can see, I'm just going to click. Okay. So for letter spacing, I can increase it from here, or I can increase the line spacing as well. So right now you can see that when I'm increasing the line spacing, both of the lines are moving away from each other because I have selected the anchor text box to be from the center. If I select it to be from the top, only the bottom line will move now. And if I similarly select the bottom, the top line will move now. So it kind of gives me, some sort of comfort that I can manage my design based on what I want, what I need. Okay, so what we can do is, okay, I think this font is something that we can just start with. I have this input box, but the width is too big. So what I'm going to do is, when I hover, these anchors change color. From white, they turn into purple, which means that this can be held down and changed. For an input box, if I am holding it by the corner, the circular edges, it is going to resize the entire box. But if I hold it from this rectangular rounded edged box, what it does is it just reduces the width, the area from that particular corner. It does not affect the whole container. I hope this is clear. I hope you guys are able to follow how we can deal with the text, and how we can manipulate all the information over here. I'm just going to quickly head to the comment section. Shortcut for selecting multiple elements at a time and group them. Okay. So you need to hold down shift for that. I have selected this image. I am holding down shift while I click on another layer and another layer. I can, of course, it is giving me an option to group because it knows that I have selected multiple options. I can click on group, or I can just right click group, or because there is another shortcut which is Control or Command G. It is also allowing me to group these layers. Uh, okay, any other query regarding designing? Check for color wheel on Google. Okay. How to choose color and color palettes for logos and fonts? Yes, I will note it down, and we can discuss color theory and the color wheel briefly in tomorrow's session. Okay. Okay, I think some of you had mentioned that maybe we can add like some sort of a price or something. So maybe in that case, oh, I'm searching in the text box. What I can search for is this. Uh, okay, I think this seems catchy enough. A special price of maybe. I'm just going to select or add a text box of 99 only, so that this kind of makes sense. Okay. Okay, guys, let's not fixate on if it is looking good right now or not. It is mostly about understanding the features. Now, coming to the brand kit side, as you can see that there are a couple of features, logos that I've already added, but let me kind of show you how it works. So, for to understand how brand kit works, we kind of need to understand what a brand kit is. Brand kit can comprise of a couple of things. For starters, it primarily is derived from the logo. What logo is your brand using? What is the color palette that they're using? What are the fonts that they have specified? Key for Starbucks, हमें 1 2 3 fonts ही use करने हैं. We are not using the fourth font for this. If you see, maybe I can't think of any funky websites right now, but if you can see the logo of Netflix, it is different from the logo of Hotstar, and that is their brand kit. I mean, it is part of it. They have specified कि हमारा logo red color में ही use होगा, and it is going to look a little stretched out. Whereas for Hotstar का logo, they have made sure that उनके logo के ऊपर Disney Plus लिखा हुआ आता ही है. It is a mandate. That is part of their guideline. That is their logo, right? And out of the logo comes the branding. Netflix ki branding is mostly red because their logo is red, because that is the kind of message that they want to share across, right? every color, every font has a reason behind it. It has a psychological impact on the users. We can get all into all of that in the tomorrow's session. But basically, the logo, the color, the font that you're using, the tonality of your brand, what is the message that we are trying to share with the user. Netflix is based on dark theme, and it has a very bright red color that they're using, whereas for Hotstar or Prime, although they do have a dark theme, but they have gone for a more cooler tone, which is blue color. So it is not that they are catering to two different audiences, but unka approach different hai in dealing with the audiences, right? So the approach is what we mean when we talk about brand voice. Okay, and of course the kind of photographs or graphics or icons that they want to use. If we uh, look for any particular design, and if we see that one of the companies that we are checking the design for, उन्होंने एक आइकन यूज किया which looks like this, दूसरा आइकन उन्होंने यूज किया which looks like this, and then they used another icon which kind of again looks something like this. So we can't really understand that इस ब्रांड का मेन डिजाइन स्टाइल क्या है. Is it outlining or is it solid fill with missing space in between, the negative space that they've used? So it is very important for the brand to kind of convey the user a sense of consistency. If I'm using outline icons, I have to make sure that in all of my designs, ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने एक पोस्ट बना दिया उसमें मैंने आउटलाइन आइकन यूज कर दिया बिकॉज दैट वाज इजीली अवेलेबल, बट मैंने जो नेक्स्ट रील बनाई है उसमें आई एम यूजिंग सॉलिड फिल विद negative spacing. I cannot do that. I need to make sure that all of that is consistent across all platforms, all sorts of creatives that I'm making. That is very important. Is why Canva ka brand kit really helps, because I can add some references that this is the kind of icons that I want to use, this is the kind of photos that I want to use, and this is the tonality of my brand. So all of that information can be stored here so that you don't have to recall it every time. You don't have to remember. All you need to do is just look over here and it will refresh your memory. Yeah. Then again, we have some options to upload files. All of that can be done from here. Another good feature that Canva has, which is to draw. So, for example, a passport image that I use in all my portals, it has my image on top, and then it has some squiggly lines that are, coming on top of the image. So it goes something like this, and then in the center is my image. So a lot of people have asked me, where did you get this image? How did you make it? And I just told them that I got it from a template in Canva, but it is very easy to recreate. I mean, this looks like nothing to you right now, I understand that. But this draw feature in Canva has multiple use cases. If you want to quickly, mood board or brainstorm an idea, for example, I kind of need to create a social media post, but I'm not really sure what the placement of the logo should be. The most basic problem that most of the brands and the designers face is logo placement kahan hona chahiye. Should it be here? Should it be here or here? Or do we just keep it here consistent? Uh, yes, it has to be consistent, but this is not an ideal place for you to put your brand's identity. Ideally, it should be in either these three sections, but then again it also depends on what kind of graphics or information do you want on your creative. If you have an image that is kind of taking up this much of your space and your content has to come here, that means your logo will have to come here. But similarly, if you have an image which is going to cover itna area, and in that case you can just put your text centrally aligned, and you can use your logo over here, or this is a good place for that as well. But if you're keeping it here, that means you have to left align your design, and maybe you can use this space for your contact information, right? But similarly, if I have an image which is allowing me to occupy this space, which is maybe this or this, maybe I have two elements and I need to just keep my content over here, in that case I will need to move my logo towards the right side. So as you can see, all of this brainstorming is happening with the help of this draw feature. But this is not the only use case that this draw feature is used for. Another feature that we can use it for is, let me just give you a quick walkthrough of that. Let's move on to this. I'm going to just remove the background from this. So this is the image that I'm going for. I'm going to remove the healthy uh, food icon and selecting the color. So this is giving me a free hand to kind of navigate through all sorts of creatives that I want for my design. Right. I mean, I understand that this might not be the most ideal layout that one would want for their design, but maybe that is the kind of approach that I want to take right now. Maybe I just want people to kind of focus on this, that this is the kind of design that I have, because scribbles and hand-drawn vectors are very in right now. And if you guys have seen, we have a lot of options. For example, especially for something like this, that is, let me just increase the weight of this. And you might have seen a lot of images over on Instagram or Pinterest, where a lot of references are shown, something like this. There is an entire model, or a person with an outline around it of contrasting colors to kind of highlight the silhouette. So again, that is another good approach for this. And you have different brushes. You have pencil, you have marker, eraser, and brush, paintbrush, marker. And of course you can decrease the, choose the color based on what you want, and they have different applications. For example, this is slightly giving me that paint stroke effect. So that is a different approach that I can take based on what I want to create. मेरा end output मुझे क्या चाहिए, that is dependent on the features that I use. So about the artboard, I can always add more pages, I can delete them, I can duplicate them, I can lock them, I can hide them. So these are some of the features that we have. You can adjust the sizes, you can see how many pages that you've created. If you want to delete something directly from here, you can do that. Okay, I think I had logged it, that's why I could not delete it. But anyways, now that I have created something, I'm going to move to a folder, and I'm going to create a new folder which says Canva Bootcamp. And I'm going to move this to a folder. Moving your files immediately to a folder is a great way to kind of organize your workspace, because as designers, we do have a lot of iterations when we are, working on something. So it is better to kind of have your data organized. And okay, I think this is all for today. Does anybody have any questions? Is there an alternate for background remover? Yes, I think Adobe has a feature. I think quick access के अंदर जाके they have a background remover which I use, and also there is background remove or remove.bg, so you can use that. Okay. Yes, you can remove the background externally from any other site and upload that file in Canva. Uh, okay, okay. Yes, brand kit is a pro feature. Yes. Where can we see the layers? Right click and you can see the option layers. When you click on that option, you get another छोटा सा box. उसके नीचे last option is show layers, or it is alt 1. Okay, guys, if you have any more queries, any more questions, please feel free to drop in your comments in the video, or we can address them tomorrow. Thank you so much.